Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Doodle Robot and today we're going to look at my November coloring plans. I am surrounded by huge stacks of books here. The first stack is stuff that's underway, and then there's a couple that are not underway yet. So we will get right to it. Sorry I'm a little bit spent. It's the day after Election Day. There are no words. So I'm trying to distract myself with coloring. Up first, we have a long time whip. I have this goal of wanting to get all of my whips done for the year. So some of these are, well, I think I'm into the whips that are only from this year, actually. Like, I've pecked away at like 22 and 23 whips, and now I'm just down to the whips from 2024. I don't think I'll be able to go into 25 with some undone whips. I'll probably still have whips because I have a buddy color that's for January, and I kind of want to start it now. So, but I'm trying to get like a majority of the older whips done and out of the way, and only like maybe new whips will be for the new year. So, Curious Creatures is an older whip from Millie Murata. That is this page. You guys have seen this many times, but I am a little farther along in it. As you can see, I don't think there's going to be anything shiny on these pages. I don't know. I'm not feeling the shiny right now. I had this whole color palette picked out from another video that you saw sometime along the way, and yeah, I didn't use any of those colors. Except maybe that color, tiny bit. But yeah, I think I'm getting rid of that and going with a different color palette because I don't know, I wasn't feeling it. Sometimes I feel like when I have a plan and then I don't enact it, like that's my mind's eye or my subconscious telling me that, yeah, that's probably not going to work or something. So yeah, it's underway. Yesterday when I was watching the election for like 6 hours, I did all of this, took forever, so long. And then today when I was watching the meltdowns and the like what went wrong sort of videos, I did some of this, which is not done, it's just underway. I really like how this came out here, these little suction-y things on the squid thingy. Yeah, I don't know what the words are for this. But I like how it's going. Excuse me. So hopefully I can get that one done this month. That would be nice to get that checked off. So that is one. Let's see. I am working on the hashtag November Mad Tea Party 2024 through Jamie's Coloring Love and a couple of other co-hosts. For that one, I might do more than this, but I'm definitely start doing one in Alice's Little Wonderlands, and I've barely started it. I'm going to work on layering. I want it to be kind of, you know, inspired by that like journaling style. So I've kind of got layer 1 here. I want to do some painting on top of there, and then I want to paint on top of that. I want to paint some of the card suits. Is that what they're called? You know, like the hearts, the diamonds, the whatever the other two are. Clubs and something else. Spades. I want to paint those on the background. I specifically picked this page because there was so much open space, and I'm like, oh, I can go crazy with all the journaling stuff because I've been watching a lot of those channels lately, and I want to do that in my books. So this is a whole big experiment page, but I did paint the background here. This pink is acrylic paint, matte, and then on top of the matte acrylic paint, gel crayons work really well. So I just used stencils and did the gel crayons on top. And like I said, I'm going to use more acrylic paint, and then I'm going to paint the cards, and we'll see where we are then. I also have a stencil that's like gears, which I may want to throw in there too. So we'll see where that ends up. So I've been working on that. That's underway. I'm excited to get back to that one. I have a buddy color with Kiara in the Occult and Folklore coloring book. And she's got a lovely color palette for us picked out, so I'm working on that. I've got my ground and background done on that, so not that much to do since I did the big part of it. The background, everything there so far is Prismacolors. This may be a totally Prismacolor page, as I have found when I've done a couple pages in here, and I tried water-based markers on her skin, but it just pilled the paper really badly. I didn't notice it when I was working on this kind of wallpaper page because I was using it in very small areas, but I don't think water mediums work very good on this paper, so I've decided to stay away from them this time around. Plus she had a color palette, and I was looking through I was getting out my Prismacolors to, you know, kind of color match with the color palette, which is really hard to see in the picture that was sent, but I think I've got a good range to work with on the color palette that was sent. So I'm excited to be doing this. This is a winter, they jump over the bonfire, something to celebrate the winter or something. I was reading about it in the front here. So it's a nice thought. I need to do that, like seriously right now. I don't know. Get the new energies to come in. For Olga Rani's Creature in a Bathtub color along thing that I think is due at the end of November, I'm doing Be Relaxed in Color. I've put in some base coats here. It's very pink or purple. It's a very purple, I guess. So I've started some basing of things. I'm gonna do a robot in the bathtub there. I think I might do the robot with collage, or just acrylic paint on top of everything. Just paint a robot in there once I'm done coloring everything else. So yeah, a good start on that. Oh my gosh, this paper. Now, I did one in here ages and ages ago, probably like 21 maybe. Can I find it? I never can find it when I look for it. Never can find it. Okay, we won't worry about it. And it took the Prismacolors really well. Now, I decided to base this one in alcohol markers because these are single-sided pages. I think when I got it, I didn't really have alcohol markers or something, so I just did it all in Prismacolor. And the Prismacolors go down so wonderfully on this paper, I felt. However, alcohol markers on this paper, can you see the bleeding with the alcohol mark? This bleeds more than Amazon paper. Y'all thought Amazon paper was bad? No. This is the worst. Now, the colors go on fine, but they just like spread out all over the place on this. They bleed terribly on here. So, the paper took it fine. It's just a problem with control. So you have to like be really far from the line or something, because it's just gonna go when you do it. But yeah, I'm not sure that I'm going to do anything else in alcohol markers, so at least that part's done. So we can move on to the rest of it. So I'm looking forward to that. Let's see, I would like to finish my mythographic magical earth picture, which I think this is in the same spot when the last time you saw it was. Let's see. Yeah, before I think I had the little the rock god things done and the sky. So I think I've added the ocean and the grass, and I've based everything. Everything is based, except sky is done. That's with Prismacolor. So everything is just based, so I just have to go on top and, you know, do the shading and stuff. So that you might have seen that before. I think I did a little bit more in 50 Graceful Unicorns. This was an experiment page when I got my new Arctics markers, which are awesome. I did add. I started working on the background foliage in the background. I felt the blend here, you know me. I like a nice smooth blend for the most part. It was a little rough. I think the pens blended well, but you know, a little bit roughly because it's acrylic paint on paper, so not ideally the place to blend acrylic markers. So to fuse that a little bit, I'm adding some kind of like plants in shadow, I guess we'll say, in the background there. Plus it should help these plants pop once I get those shaded. Everything is just based thus far. I don't know if the white on the water was there when last time I showed it, but it's there now. I'm still going to go in with other colors on the water. Yeah, everything's based, so I just need to shade and do the embellishments and stuff like that. All fun stuff. Looking forward to that. So that's a goal to be done. I started a page in Posh Coloring Book, Cats and Kittens. I saw this page and I'm like, oh, that reminds me. They just remind me of cloisonné jewelry. Did I say that right? Cloisonné? The enamel jewelry. And I'm like, oh, that would be so cute. So I'm trying to get that effect. All I've done thus far is the background. That's just in dollar store marker, gold, sort of gold. Yeah, and so I think I'm gonna do, I want to make it look like cloisonné, little cloisonné tchotchke things. I have some thoughts. I'm gonna do some experiments of maybe water-based markers or Prismacolors with something on top to give them that shiny cloisonné look, but we'll see if that works and how that goes. So I'll keep you up to date on that. Let's see, Animal Kingdom. Oh, I'm a little farther along in Animal Kingdom. That's very exciting. I have, oh, there were some trials though with this one. I have based all the grasshoppers, and I've done research on grasshoppers. They come in lots of colors. More so than when I first started this page. I was just thinking I was going to do brown and green grasshoppers, but there are black grasshoppers. There are not to my knowledge, yellow ones, but there are some that have some bright yellow parts on them in addition to other colors. So these are just all based with like the lightest color of whatever, you know, I have a slew of photos on my phone of whatever grasshopper I'm actually basing them on. So those are just based with water-based markers. I was originally planning on doing these circles orange, and so I started using one of my Arctics markers. I think I have the box right here. One second. These ones, and you know, since I'm coloring over the pink, I'm like, well, I'm gonna do a base of a light. I picked a yellow, and on top of the pink it turned orange. And then, as I got all the way over here, that started running out, so I picked a darker color orange and worked backwards, and now we have this bright orange color, but I'm not super happy with this. Number one, I don't like the color. I mean, I knew I had to do a base coat and then put whatever color I'm going to do on top of it because you have to cover up the pink. I'm going to wait and see how the grasshoppers turn out and then see what color I want to do for the dots. So we're in a holding pattern with those. Although 2 coats of these Arctics markers, these are the old ones. They say they're acrylic ink, acrylic paint. I don't know what they say they were. It's kind of like their first try. These are kind of sticky. I really don't like them as much as I like the new ones, which are fabulous. But they were an easy way to get a couple of coats on there. So If I go with orange, it's definitely going to be a lighter orange. I'm going to see what colors I use in the Grasshoppers and then decide from there. So next step will be to color in all the Grasshoppers now that they're based, so that's going to be exciting. All right, up next, my black and white book. So I have a new goal on the black and white book. That's to be finished by the end of 2025. And that means I'm going to do 2 a month. And it should get me done right there at the end. I've started this one. I picked out my interesting shape there, which kind of looks like an abstract bird shape. I don't know if anybody else can see that. For me, this is a Rorschach test. I have to go and put the silver on here now. And then I'll be done with that one. So it's almost done. It just needs some silver accents, and if I'm going to do any designs inside the designs that are already there, we shall see. And then I have to do whatever other one I'm gonna do in that book. This is not one I'm doing in November, but this is the one that my group is doing for December. I know some people were waiting to know what that was. So this is the page here. Seems like a good choice for December. That seems very December-y to me. So that is it. In case you want to join that group, all people are welcome. Just let me know on Instagram. And my other group, my Hannah Carlson group, we are doing in seasons for November. We are doing somewhere. Hold on. We're doing this one. I think I already showed this here. It's not started yet. I generally kind of try to go and like get them all started right away, but I don't know what to do with this one. So I'm stuck on the background. I think I'm going to color these kind of traditional color, this a traditional color, and this a nice fall color, just because it's fall and I'm feeling the fall. So maybe in the background, maybe either my color shift kind of green color, which is kind of a fallish green color, I think, or I have another Apple Barrel matte paint, acrylic paint, that is a kind of a lime peel green, maybe. Although sometimes in my brain I feel like I want to do stripes. I don't know why. That doesn't seem very fallish. Although that would look like it was hanging on a wallpaper if I did that. So yeah, I don't know on that one. No clue. I am doing a buddy color in Amazing Patterns with Crafty Chemist, not to be confused with the other chemist. So, Crafty Chemist. We are doing this. I already started, so look away if you don't want to see it. We're doing this one, and I have a big start in it, and this is our color palette as best as I could pick it from the alcohol markers that I had. Although I went to great trouble, I don't know where I did it, I don't have that paper near me. I went to great trouble to pick out the colors, and on the paper that I swatched them on, they matched pretty well, and then I put them on this paper, and some of them look like completely different, so not sure about the color palette. Now, the problem I've run into is that most of these colors I've been using are running out of ink. So I may have to deviate for the rest of the things on here with something not in the color palette. So yeah, because I have a pretty limited selection of alcohol markers. But yeah, we're that far along, and now I'm just in a quandary as to how to proceed. So we shall see in the end. I think I started this one last month. Yes, I based this, I did the background in this one. And I did this one with shiny watercolor, metallic watercolors. So yeah, I think I did that in October. And because I just love the fish pages and the underwater pages, and I love this book. I could see doing so many in this book. So yeah, I don't know where that's going. I just had this overwhelming urge to paint with my metallic watercolors. So I found a page to do that on. And I like it. It was fun. It's fun painting with metallic watercolors. They go on so easy. All right. Up next, you know, in that whole goal of finishing all those whips, this is an older whip, and it hasn't, I don't think it's progressed from where it was when you saw it last. It's still in the same spot. I'm debating whether I want to finish these leaves. Right now they're kind of based and then done a little bit on top with, they were based with ink tints, and then they've got watercolor markers on the leaves that are kind of done, that you see done there. They're not done, but that's the second layer. There's a lot of leaves there. I kind of wish it was just a general, like, little suggestion of leaves so that I could just go in and do it impressionistically, but I debate whether I should finish it with water-based markers or get out my gouache and just do it with that, or maybe do it with collage papers. So I'm debating about that. But I do want to get this done before the end of December, because it's a long time whip, and I want to get it whipped. Okay. I have started another one, and gotta have the design and pattern things going. 50 spiral mandalas. I have started, and this was inspired by, which one? The Occult and Folklore book, where she's jumping over the fire. On the opposite page is a sun, and I'm like, I really want to do that sun page. And so instead of doing one there, I'm like, oh, here's a sun page. I was looking through this book, and I'm like, oh, there's a sun. And so I kind of was looking through this one as I was working on the other one with all the gel crayons and stencils, and I'm like, oh, well, I got my gel crayons out. I may as well use them here, too. I used the same word stencil. And the background is with my new favorite watercolor from Van Gogh. That was in one of my videos just recently. It's sprinkled a little bit with the opal colors from Sakura or Gansai Tambi. So that's like the shiny, splattery stuff in the background. And then, like I said, gel crayons and stencils on top with stars and clouds and something that looks kind of windy and some more mandalas. And then I'm just going to go on it with yellows, reds, and oranges. Maybe paint. I don't know. Probably not alcohol marker. I'm not sure, though. But yeah, this is all watercolor. The paper took it fine. So yeah, so that is a little bit underway there. And this one in Alien Worlds is still no farther along, but this is one I want to finish before December, before the end of December, because it's a longer time whip, more towards the first half of 24, so I do want to get this done. Yeah. This background is White Knight's Granulating Watercolors, and it was so fun to do. So I don't know. I gotta finish that. One of the ones that's going to carry over to the new year is with my coloring besties, Carrie Kay and Colored by Maya. We're doing a buddy color in Midwinter Magic, and we are doing the deer page. So I definitely would like to start this one here in November. We're not having it be due until January because double page spread, lots of stuff to do on there, and I do like to just kind of peck away at those slowly. So yeah, so I would like to hopefully get that started in November, if not get it started in December then, but it probably won't be done till January. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. It's so cool. I may do something else Alice in Wonderlandy. We'll see how we handle time. Possibly something smaller since I already have the big double page spread. Ooh, oh, that's so cool. I don't recall seeing that, but that is cool. But those are tiny details, man. That's tiny. There's a hat in here which I really like. The Mad Hatter's hat. Where is it when you need it? Oh, well, I like this page and the Mad Hatter hat and that page. So that might be a possibility to do, as, you know, if I have any time left, to do one from this little book. Because it's small, I feel like I could whip that out easily. Same here with this one, so either one from here or maybe one from here. These are not huge. I mean, the book seems big, but the images aren't too big. They're mostly circles. So possibly one from here if time permits. I have no idea which one. There's so many that I really rather like. So I might be able to squeeze out another one. Maybe. We shall see. If I did this book, I would work mostly with alcohol markers. with the alcohol markers that I have that actually work. So possibly one there. Also, I'm really chomping at the bit to get to my wintry books. I'm sure I have more wintry books than this. I can think of like quite a few Teresa Goodrich books that I've never worked in that I have. But I love these little wintry books. So I would love to start some of these, not aiming to finish them, but maybe start, pecking away at them. A Million Christmas Cats, the Winter book by Rita Berman would be nice. I do like the cat tangled in the scarf. That's a good one. That's an experiment from 21. The background is with gel crayons, and I was experimenting to see if they were like oil pastels, and they really, when you just put them directly on the page and blend them, I think I used a Q-tip, they really do feel like oil pastels. So in case you don't like oil pastels, maybe something you want to try. So yeah, it'd be nice to maybe do another one in this book. Possibly. Or start one. My Wondrous World Enchanted Winter by Masha Vandenberg. Love her stuff. She has a lot of wallpaper pages, so you gotta like wallpaper pages for this book. I did one year, I think in 21. I started this in December or January and finished it up like in May. So it took forever. It's just paint. It's all paint. But yeah, I might like to do one in here, possibly. Or possibly in Winter Wonderland, which is very similar to the one I showed you, style, very similar to the one I showed you there. Might like to do 2 wintry pages. We shall see. But this has a good sporting chance. I love that owl page. So that is probably way too much to accomplish in November, but those are my plans. That's it for now. I thank you for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful November. Live long and prosper. Bye-bye.